Hi everyone, I'm back with a new poem. It's The Clown's Wife by Johnson Agard. So first, we look at some introductory information about the poem. So this is written by Johnson Agard in 1983, and this poem reveals the contrast between the public and private life of a clown through the perspective of his wife. So the clown is a person who entertains you, who makes you happy on stage, right? So, considering the poet Johnson Agard, he's a Guyanese poet, playwright, and also a children's writer. He was born in 1949 and he moved to Britain in 1977. His works are well known for exploring the themes of race, identity, and culture. This is the poem, The Clown's Wife. Let me read the poem first. About my husband, the clown, what could I say? On stage, he's a different person. Up there, he's a king on a throne. But at home, you should hear him more. The moment he walks through that door, without that red nose and them funny clothes, he seems to have the world on his shoulder. I do my best to cheer him up, poor soul. I juggle with eggs. I turn cartwheels. I tell jokes. I do me latest card trick. I even have a bar of his red nose, but he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what's bothering him inside. Just sits there saying almost to himself, whole life, her life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So here the narrator is the clown's wife. Okay. So I'll explain the poem. About my husband, the clown, what could I say? So I says her husband, there's nothing much for her to say. Okay, on stage he's a different person. Up there he's sitting on a throne. According to her, her husband conquers the stage. He's a king on a throne, but at home he's not happy. That's why she says you should hear him more. The moment he walks through that door without that red nose and them funny clothes, because at home he doesn't wear those funny clothes. He's the original. He's the real person at home, and at home he seems to have the world on his shoulder, all the burdens, all the problems on his head, right? Then she says she's trying to make him happy, make him cheer up by juggling with eggs, turning cartwheels, telling jokes, and even playing cards. And she's like playing the clown's role at home to make her husband happy, right? On stage, the clown is performing, and at home, the wife is performing to make her husband happy. And there's one point I want to tell y'all. I do my best to cheer him up. Here, there's the writer has used wrong grammar to emphasize the uneducatedness of the wife, but ignoring her uneducatedness, we can assume that she's doing her responsibility well because she's trying to keep her husband's mental health good, right? But he doesn't say exactly how he feels, doesn't say what's bothering him inside, just sits there saying almost to himself. He doesn't say what's bothering him inside. He himself keeps all the problem and he doesn't share those problems with his wife. Okay? Her life, what would I do without this clown of a wife? So that's how the poem ends. So what would I do without this clown of a wife? Like the wife is not happy at all because she knows that her husband is not happy. So she can't find happiness without his husband being unhappy. Okay, that's simply, that's what about the poem, right? So the setting of the poem, it's at home of the clown, right? It shows his life away from the spotlight. Spotlight here means the stage. So this is narrated by the clown's wife, who offers insights into his true character and emotions. True character means the clown is performing, he's acting. It's not his real on stage at his real life, right? Then main points in the poem are the contrast between the clown's public persona and private sorrow, right? So the personal life and public life are two different things. And here he discusses about that contrast, okay? And more attention is given to the wife as the title is The Clown's Wife. It's not the clown, it's clown's wife, right? Okay, we'll discuss about the structure and form next. This is a free verse with no regular rhyming scheme. So you can't find a regular rhyming scheme in the poem. In a stanza, right? For example, see, but he doesn't say exactly how he feels. And him inside, himself. No proper rhyming scheme and no proper meter. Right? So, links, it's a reflective and somber tone used in the poem with an underlying tone of empathy. The story flows in a contradictory way. The behavior of two characters are paradoxical. Two characters means the public life and the personal life of the clown. The lack of a strict rhyming scheme or meter mirrors the unpredictability of the clown's life. So everyone's life is unpredictable, that's true. But here, the lack of a strict rhyming scheme, proper rhyming scheme emphasizes this unpredictability of the clown's life. Okay. Let's discuss about the literary techniques or literary devices. So we can find imagery in the poem. So these imageries, these the descriptions, appearance and action. So when we read the poem, we can imagine the clown and clown's wife and how he performs on stage. These are some examples, right? Then we can find juxtaposition or the contrast. The contrast means the cheerful persona of the clown's life on stage and his private sadness. Also, we can find metaphor, for example, king on a throne. And the clown's makeup as a metaphor for the mask people wear in society. So we all do wear masks in society, not always, but sometimes. Okay, then we do find irony. So clown's job is to bring happiness, bring joy to the other people, but his own life is not happy at all, right? So that there's we do find irony. Okay. We'll discuss the themes next. So first, public life versus private life. The difference between the clown's stage persona and his real life. This can be considered as the personal life versus professional life. Then appearance and the reality. So these two themes are interconnected, right? Appearance means what you can see from this outer appearance, and reality is the thing that you can't see. You can't see the personal life of the clown. Is he happy or unhappy at home? We don't know about that. That's reality is given through the clown's wife's voice. So loneliness and sadness, the underlying sorrow hidden behind the clown's laughter. On stage, clown always trying to make you happy, make people laugh, but behind his laughter, there's underlying sorrow. Okay. Then marriage and support, the role of the wife in understanding and supporting her husband. You can find how she tries to make her husband's life happy. She is like playing the clown's role at home. Okay. So then we do find the theme identity. So if you are if you are like having two characters, two personalities as personal life and the public life, so how do you define your identity? It's like it's a huge and vast um, theme that you need to study deeply. Okay, here are some facts for you to think, right? The burden of expectations, pressure of living up to societal and professional expectations and personal goals. So in your life, being a social being, you're not isolated in society. So you do have um, some goals, targets, right? Those are expectations of your society or professional expectations. So if you are not able to fulfill those expectations, then this pressure comes, right? Then different roles of people, clown on stage and husband at home, right? He's not the clown on clown at home. He's the husband, and he is not the husband on stage. You are playing different characters. You're playing different roles in your life, right? You being the student, you being the daughter, and you being a friend. So those are some examples. So complexity of emotions, sadness, happiness. We do have all these emotions in our life, but are they true always? Don't you pretend? How do you reconcile these conflicting emotions in your life? I know for sure you have to be happy sometimes. You may have pretend to be okay even though you are not okay, right? This is something related to this complexity of emotions. Then masks we wear at work, with friends, with family. You do wear masks, and I'm asking you questions. How comfortable are you with these masks? Sometimes you may be tired of wearing these masks. You pretend to be professional at work. It's an example, right? So just think about that. So I have some questions for y'all. So please try to answer these questions, and answering these questions may improve your insights. So I'll put these questions on the comment section. Please write, and if you have any questions, if any problems, please ask them in the comment section. So I can respond. So here we come to the end of our session. So thank you all. Stay tuned for a new video.